Hello, it's Tidbits from the Love Notes. How you doing? Well, I picked up another really good message from my church, Woodstream Church, and it's a new time here. We have a new showcase. Yeah, we do. And let me say this: the title that I got from the message that was brought to me was our calling. It was about our calling. You know, what is our calling? And do we ever wonder sometimes? We're not really sure. Do we ever wonder what is our calling? And so most often our calling shows up in everything that we do. Because our calling is like the best of us, you know? It's really the best of us. Push this back a little so maybe it'll pick up the showcase a little more. It's really the best of us, you know, the very good part of us. And it shows up in the day, it shows up in the night, it really does, but sometimes we just still don't understand, you know, what it is. And so I want to say that it's always there, though. It's not like it disappears. It's always there. It's always there. And it's always beckoning us and saying, come, come, be what you're put here to do. Come, come, you know? It's like our best self, our best self. And we're good at it. You know, we're good at our calling. And so many are counting on us to walk in our calling, because when we can walk in our calling, we have faith, you know, that it's the right thing. We don't have to think about and figure out what it is. It comes from God. It's holy. We believe in God. We believe in his son, and we can trust this calling, even though sometimes it might seem weird. I know sometimes to me, I look around and see all the stuff God has done, and I say, wow, this is really weird. You know, my house is like a house of love. It's not a house beautiful. It is beautiful in love, but it's not like good housekeeping. It's radiating of God, and it's because I've followed God's steps, what he's wanted me to do, and it's evolved so that it's different than many other places that I go. And so basically, we got to know that when we are really loving God and loving his son and realizing it really exists, and we have gotten that holiness in us, and we're walking in our purpose, and we're following the steps of our loving God, you know, other people are looking at us. It's because we are faithful. That's why we're doing it. You know, we nothing turns us away. We keep doing it. And other people, their faith gets stronger as a result of watching us walk in our purpose. The more we do it, people are looking, because sometimes they're waiting for you to, yeah, you're just doing this to show off. But when you're walking in purpose, nothing stops you. And it feels so good because it's so real and it's so true and it's so who you are. And it's who you're made to be, you know? And so basically, my main point is that one of the main points was I wanted you to know that other people's faith gets stronger as a result of looking at our faith and how our faith is walking in our purpose. That's part of it, because we believe in God and his son. We walk in our purpose, and then other people look, you know, and they see how we do, and then they get more faithful. Now, if we don't, you actually lessen people's faith. If you act crazy and are not faithful and not godly, then you are messing them up and causing them to have a bad situation because they were following you, because we're models for many. So everyday story for me is that I was at the grocery store, and there was a lady that dropped all her groceries outside in the parking lot. And this lady, really nice lady, ran over. I guess her purpose is helping. And before I could get over there, she ran over there and helped pick up all those things. And then the cutest thing was the little girl that was with her, she ran over there and helped too. So it was so beautiful to see how the lady walking in her faithful purpose was radiated in the child. The child was doing the same thing because that faith was modeled for her. And then a couple weeks ago, you know, I saw a lady that was at a shoe store, and she was at the shoe store with her kid, and she was in there cussing and carrying on about with the clerk because the clerk didn't have what she wanted. And I don't have to tell you what her kid was doing. I don't even have to tell you. And I tried to say something to her about talking like that around her kid. She told me to shut up. She said, I'll talk around my kid however I curse, want to, and you stay out of my curse business. So there. So I'm just saying, she is affecting the faith of the youth that's with her through how she's exemplifying her faith. So basically, we've got to walk in our purpose and show our faith, and we have to stay humble when we do it. We have to stay humble, and we have to stay focused, and we've got to try to make sure as we walk that we're not acted all uppity, because we have the purpose that God has given us, our gift, and then we have to be humble in it. We have to be humble and let the ways of God show in how we exemplify our purpose, because God is very humble. He's a sharing type person. He calms you down when you get upset, comforts. Those are some of the things that God does. And when you're walking in purpose, you exemplify those ways also, because it comes from God. And you have a certain gentleness about you, and you love other people. You really do. And so as we believe in love God, and which is God and his son, as we believe in that, we got to continue to let our steps be directed. And we don't have to worry about, is this the right thing? Because it comes from a holy place and it's holy, and so we have to let God's purpose for us be in our work, in our play, in our everything that we do at the store, everywhere that we are. So tidbit number 1 is to, once we know our calling, we need to walk in it. If we don't know our calling, we have to have a conversation with God about it and say, we're not sure. We're just not sure. We really want to know because we're uncertain about what it is that we're here for. And tidbit number 2 is know that we are a model for others. And our faith and belief in God and his son being love and does strengthen the faith of others. And so we have to keep that in mind. And the last tidbit here is to represent God in our every walk, everywhere we go. It's just not for services. It's for everywhere we are. We show that way. And these scriptures that represent that, Ephesians 2-10 talks about to do God's works, and that's what purpose is, doing God's works in his way. And Jeremiah 29:11 is live in a loving way, and loving God and loving our neighbors. Okay, so that's tidbits from the Love Notes. So glad I got a chance to share with you. It's all good. And so take care and know that we love you. Alrighty, bye-bye.